What's up, Nail Geeks? I am back with Femme Fatale's 10th anniversary celebration collection. We have 3 6-piece sets along with a free gift with purchase, the Fiend of the Month, and the Color of the Month. So we're going to start off with the first set, which is the Cake Collection, what I would consider more of a metallic sort of finish with a lovely linear holographic. So let's dive right in. First up is Sparkler Burst. This is a gleaming liquid gold linear holo. So we have a wonderful metallic formula. All 6 polishes in this set have this very strong metallic feel. Outside of all 6 being very holographic, I do agree with that they are a true linear holographic finish, but they also have this very strong metallic sort of pigment happening too. Now, Sparkler Burst is what I would consider a true molten gold shade. I don't really see any sort of undertones with it. It's very popping, so I think this is one of those golds that will flatter just about any skin tone. And next is Counting Candles. This is a burnished copper linear holo. So continuing on with the metallic holographic effect, this is what I would consider a true bronzy sort of shade. Again, really flattering, and I was very pleasantly surprised with that, given that I'm very picky when it comes to earth sort of tones like this, like bronze or specific shades of gold, whatnot, but I don't know if it's the strong metallic feel or if it's the strong holographic feel. Regardless, I thought they popped really well against myself. So I personally, in my opinion, would say that regardless of your undertones to your skin, I think these are going to pop really well against any skin tone. And next is Royal Icing. This is a soft, cool-toned blush pink linear holo with a subtle silver metallic gleam to it. So again, very metallic sort of finish. I do agree with that official description. There is something just a touch different about Royal Icing compared to those first 2. It's got a metallic feel once again, but there is a very, very strong sort of silvery-like reflection with this one. This is so pretty, and it definitely takes on this cool-toned sort of almost what I would consider flirting with being a lavender. There's a touch of a purple undertone happening here, and it's also very pinky too, depending on your lighting. And next is Buttercream Rose. This is a bright, cool-toned taffy pink linear holo with purple pink copper shift at angles in the light. So another metallic that again has just a little bit extra detail to it, and again, very, very pretty. I'm really digging that this is very vibrant in person, what I would consider a true medium but cool toned sort of pink, and it's also got just that little bit extra sort of shimmer to it to make it have just a bit more of an ethereal sort of glowiness to it, if that makes sense. Now, for the entire cake collection, honestly, I think 2 coats is going to be perfect for all of them. Unless, of course, you tend to apply on the thinner side, then you might need a 3rd coat for each of these. So definitely up to your preference. And next is Funfetti Glaze. This is a heather purple linear holo. It has a slightly washed out base color, almost blue in some lighting, and it's overlaid with a glorious pink shifting to green shimmer. So this one, in my opinion, has the heaviest formula out of the collection, and it applies very opaque. So really, really, really going to be 2 coats for this one. The others, again, I think it's going to depend on how you polish, whether or not you take it to 2 to 3 coats. But for the most part, on the others, 2 coats was perfect. But Funfetti Glaze is just that slightest bit heavier. And next is Sugar High. This is a sky blue with a hint of green linear holo, overlaid with a glorious pink shifting to green shimmer. So this also has that somewhat lighter feel. I would classify this one as having the lightest formula out of the bunch, and it builds so well. This is another one that's very glowy, very obvious on the extra pink shimmer added to this one, and it's very plump in terms of how it builds. So again, 2 to 3 coats depending on how you polish. Now across the board for all 6 in the cake collection, they all dry down quite flat. So please note on my full hand shots, you are seeing a glossy top coat on each of these. And next is the Candlelight Collection, and first we have Warm Wishes. This is a sheer medallion gold base filled with hollow silver flakes and accented with green to blue to purple shimmer. The Candlelight Collection is full of very shimmery sort of finishes, and they also have this holographic silver fleck appearance. Now the flakes in this collection are of the smaller size, so you get this nice scattered sort of somewhat stronger effect, but I like how they're smaller particle and it gives you that little extra twinkle factor. So the shimmer on Warm Wishes in indoor lighting is going to have this lovely greenish sort of effect that you see on the video. At angles, this has an easy shift over to a blue and a purple. It's very luminescent, and for opacity, I'm going to suggest 3 coats on it. This has a lighter formula, which is pretty much the same across the others in the collection too, but it's worth it because we want all that shimmer to pop through. So I definitely think that 3 normal to light coats will be perfect to maximize that shimmer factor. And next is Good Cheer. This is a sheer apricot base filled with holographic silver flakes and accented with blue to purple to pink shimmer. So this one is what I would consider maybe a cousin even to Warm Wishes, in that it's still got this very neutral, earthy sort of base color, and the shimmer is quite different. The color roll is very different compared to Warm Wishes, and the shimmer in indoor lighting is going to take on that nice blue effect that you're seeing here. This is very strong on the shimmer effect. I mean, that's pretty much all 6 for the candlelight polishes, but it's really intense in person, very pretty. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about Good Cheer because initially it looked so neutral against my skin, almost like a nude, but the shimmer and those little holographic flakes just really amped it up. So this is one that I would say if you are medium to deep skin toned, don't shy away from. You might be surprised like I was. And next is Special Moments. This is a sheer washed out pink base filled with hollow silver flakes and accented with pink to green to blue shimmer. So again, we're going on with this lovely shimmery theme. This one also has a lighter formula. So once again, I think 3 coats is a must for this set, and the shimmer just so pretty. I'm going to sound like a robot on each of these collections because they're very similar in terms of their finish and how they were essentially mixed together. But it's very true. I think they all fall into their respective color categories with their respective finishes in each category, if that makes sense. So on Special Moments, we have this lovely, very strong pinky sort of appearance. At angles, this one easily shifts over to this nice greenish and bluish. And next is Time for Cake. This is a sheer pink lemonade base filled with hollow silver flakes and accented with copper to gold to green shimmer. This is probably my top pick in the Candlelight collection. It is very lovely. This is what I would consider a princess pink sort of base color. It's cool toned, but the shimmer is very warm toned and really obvious in person. This is very strong in this reflective sort of copper shimmer effect. At angles, this one also has an easy shift over to green as well. So very obvious. And for opacity, I'm going to suggest between 2 to 3 coats for this one. It did have just a touch of a heavier formula, and I found that I could stop at 2 coats for this one. And next is Sweet and Joyous. This is a sheer amethyst base filled with hollow silver flakes and accented with red to copper to gold shimmer. This is another one of my favorites in the set, almost leaned as a neutral in terms of base color against myself. Again, I'm very warm undertoned, and it popped so well for the shimmer. It was just almost like this ethereal sort of neutral, if that makes sense, and the shimmer it's so pretty. At angles, this one has an easy shift over to copper and gold, very luminous, and it plumped up really nice. So for Sweet and Joyous, even though it has that more plump sort of feel to how it applies, I'm still going to suggest 3 coats on it. And next is Delightful Dreams. This is a sheer sky blue base filled with hollow silver flakes and accented with pink to gold to green shimmer. Another very intense shimmery sort of finish. As you can see on the first coat here, it starts off just a touch on the lighter side, say similar to the first 2 in this set. And for opacity, I think 3 coats is perfect. Now the shimmer again is very strong. Indoor lighting, you're going to see what you see on the video, a strong pink cast to it with an easy shift over to gold and green. Now I want to note for the Candlelight collection, even though they are full of those hollow flakes, please note I didn't have any problems in terms of texture, but I am going to suggest a really good glossy top coat just to maximize that reflectiveness on the hollow flakes and the shimmer. And next we have the Confetti collection. This is my personal favorite set. First up is Party Popper. This is a golden sparkling holographic micro glitter with gold to green to blue shifting shimmer and micro holographic shimmers. Now, I want to note that yes, I'm a major glitter fan, especially of the micro glitter variety. They're my favorites. They sparkle so well, and we got 6 of them in this set. But Please note, there is a shimmer aspect to each of these. I think it's being very subtle on the video across the board for all 6 watching my playback here, but in person there is just really interesting shimmery complementing effect with each of them. So on Party Popper, it takes on this goldish cast against the gold glitter, but also you can see a touch of green at very extreme angles. And next is Pinata. This is a copper sparkling holographic micro glitter with orange to gold to green shifting shimmer and micro hollow shimmers. So again, there is a shimmer component to each of these. It's just something you have to see in person. I was like wiggling my fingers away from my lighting area and I was like, no, this is crazy. I'm seeing there's a definite sort of color roll at really extreme angles. It kind of matches up with the respective glitter in certain angles, but when you go to more extreme angles, when you're wiggling your fingers, you'll see the color roll. It's really interesting and very pretty. And next is Petal Shower. This is a pale lavender sparkling hollow micro glitter with pink to gold to green, shifting shimmer and micro holographic shimmers. So this one is going on with the neutral theme. If you can't tell by now, there are basically a core type of base color to each of these, and then they have their respective finishes for each of their sets. So I do want to know, in terms of top coat for the confetti collection, I am going to strongly suggest going in with a glitter smoothing top coat underneath your glossy top coat, because these are true micro glitters. They're going to dry down with some texture and they're going to be a bit thirsty. And if you want to keep them very, very sparkly, especially in indoor lighting, you're going to want to definitely seal off with a glitter smoother. And next is Balloon Pop. This is a fuchsia sparkling hollow micro glitter with blue to pink to red shifting shimmer and micro hollow shimmers. So again, we got this nice pinky sort of effect. This is what I would consider more of a rose sort of pink feel. It's got a cool tone to it, and the shimmer in this one has almost this bluish sort of cast to it. So it's interesting because some of the glitters tend to, especially in like pink glitters, they'll have this like bluish sort of sparkle to them, but when complemented with this type of shimmer, really pretty. I'm going to be very glitter biased here, but it was just really interesting seeing how the shimmer so subtly played up against their respective micro glitter finishes. And next is Streamer Swirl. This is a violet sparkling hollow micro glitter with luminous blue shimmer and micro holographic shimmers. Now, going back to me talking about the shimmer affecting the glitters and all that, in the majority of these, it is quite subtle, but say in the darker colors, such as Streamer Swirl, or in the next one, when we get to the sky blue one, it's more obvious. So in Streamer Swirl, it has this really lovely purpley sort of glow to it. It's, again, more obvious than the others, but it's definitely there, and it's interesting, if that makes sense. So robot talking to you guys here, just repeating myself over and over. Looking back at Streamer Swirl, I stopped at 2 coats, and honestly, I think maybe I should have topped off with a 3rd thin coat. And finally is Sequin Scatters. This is a sky blue sparkling hollow micro glitter with green to blue to purple shifting shimmer and micro hollow shimmers. So this one, again, the blues in this set were just a touch more obvious with how that shimmer plays up. I think you can kind of see it on the video. It's being really subtle, which it is subtle in real life, but you can definitely see it at angles. And I feel like even doing excessive like nail acrobatics for my swatches, it was just really hard to catch, in my opinion. So I just want to definitely highlight that. Now, again, you are seeing that glitter smoothing top coat underneath the glossy top coat on the full hand shot here. So lots of sparkles, lots of depth from all the goodies here. Now next we have the color of the month. This is Dance Party and is described as a deep ocean blue jelly that layers up extremely dark, filled with assorted small matte glitters in neon orange, yellow, green, pink, and blue. So this has a very squishy, smooth sort of jelly formula to it. I'm going to suggest going in very thin on your first coat just to allow a foundation that your second and third coats are going to build to. Now I'm going to also strongly suggest going up to 3 coats on this one. This is a true jelly, and it's going to have those wonderful pond effect glitters in between your layers. And when you go in for that third coat, you can see it plumped up really well. I had no issues in terms of fishing for those glitters, but you are going to want to definitely finish with a very glossy top coat. It's not so much that it is strongly textured or anything, but it is very flat for a jelly. And in order to have that juicy appearance, you're going to want to finish off with something glossy. And next is the Fiend of the Month. This is Tea Party, described as a delicate pale lilac crelly filled with assorted small metallic glitters in sand, silver, lavender, rose pink, light blue, and pale green. This one is another one of my favorites. I really enjoyed this one. It's such a darling, light, delicate sort of lilac, very pretty. And I love the rainbow effect of those glitters. They're very cute. And for opacity for this one, I'm also going to suggest 3 coats on it. This is more on the crelly side in comparison to Dance Party, but I think that it builds really creamy like on the nail. Just a touch easier in terms of self-leveling than, again, say Dance Party. So this one you're also going to want to finish off with a really good glossy top coat because, again, it's not so much that it's textured, it's just quite thirsty for top coat. And finally, we have the free gift with purchase. This is Surprise Party. Now, the only way you can get your hands on Surprise Party is if you purchase through Femme Fatale's website all through the month of September. And if your order is over $50, then your order will include automatically Surprise Party. So that's all the month of September. Now, Surprise Party has a very similar formula to the Fiend of the Month, Tea Party, but it's more of like a hybrid between Dance Party and Tea Party, if that makes sense. So really much on the crelly side, but definitely has this crelly sort of appearance in how it layers down. Now, this is also going to depend on your preference in how you apply, whether or not you wear it at 2 or 3 coats. I decided to use the topper method on this one, and you can see it applies very similar in how it's going to build up. So totally up to you and how your application style is. Now, the birthday collection will be releasing on pre-order from Femme Fatale's website starting September 1st at 9 a.m. Australian time until September 5th at 9 p.m. Australian time. Remember that the Fiend of the Month is only available through the website and will not be available through stockists. And the Color of the Month and Fiend of the Month, so Dance Party and Tea Party, will have $3 and $2 respectively of their sales donated to the Lymphoma Australia in a memory donation to Sophie, the maker's father. So super cool there. And the free gift with purchase Surprise Party is only available through Femme Fatale's website on minimum orders of 50 Australians. Each of the respective collections will release for 14 Australian individually. And if you buy the sets, which will be 84 Australian, you'll have a $10 store coupon applied to your account. But if you get the entire birthday bundle, which is all 18 polishes, then that is discounted to $227 Australian, and you'll also have 1,000 reward points added to your account, which is a $25 redeemable coupon essentially. So again, lots of info. It'll be in the description box below along with timestamps, and I'll have all this linked as well. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.